Hello. Today, I would love to talk about the consciousness hack exercise. It's like instant pineal activation. It's an exercise that came to me a couple of years ago, and I've never been able to share it because I've just been fiddling around with it myself. But in a very short nutshell, the pineal gland is a little gland in your brain in the middle. And even if you don't quite know where it is, when I do the exercise with you in a minute, your subconscious will know exactly where to go. And the pineal gland, in very ancient old wisdom and history, is supposed to be your consciousness gland, your most spiritual gland in your body, which means that actually it is the gland that really connects you to your true wisdom. But also, the more open and the more activated the gland is, the more connection you have to the divine, to your guidance, to basically the higher wisdom from other realms as well, connecting with your own and activating your own inner wisdom. Now, there is things in life that on this planet affect the pineal gland. So they have scientifically proven that the chemicals available in it on the planet, unfortunately, are already making the pineal gland shrink, like fluoride or heavy metals or certain things in our foods or our environment. And the smaller your pineal gland, the harder it is to truly find that peace in your mind, to find that deep connection with yourself. So it is really important to keep that gland as big and wide and open and activated as you can. I've worked with many spiritual teachers, and one of their practices is always included is around the pineal gland, activating it, aligning it, keeping it open, and even visualizing it getting bigger, growing. Because we are in a world where we are so much in our thoughts and so easily distracted, it's so hard to find that peace, that silence. Now, there's many tools you can use. You can do meditation, you can do walks in nature, you can have a bath. But one of a really quick exercise that I figured out is to, whenever your thoughts are out there, I always see them kind of like golden lines outside of myself. I might have been thinking about my daughter or about my work or about shopping or about the course I want to ride, all these thoughts, and often simultaneously. When I realize that I'm drifting in all these directions away from myself, I kind of boost those lines back into my brain, back into that pineal gland. And I see that when I do that, it's basically drawing back my energy that I was losing and amplifying it into that point. So immediately you feel a boost there. And when you do that often enough, you actually feel that it starts to energize you. It will open up your occiput point, which is also related to your third eye and to your wisdom levels within your brain. And if you do it as much as you can, as often as you can think of, more and more you will kind of program your brain to be quiet and to not be constantly outside of yourself. So it's got many different benefits. It's really, truly connecting, energizing, aligning. And since I've been using it, and I forget often, your ego will make you forget. That's just the funny thing about your ego and, the subconscious that doesn't want you to be really fully aligned. But when you fully are aligned in that way, this is where the inspiration comes through so much easier. So anything you want to do in life, when it starts to kind of open up, all these ideas come flooding in, all these I want to say channelings of wisdom, of ideas, of creativity starts to flow in when you connect it even physically to your heart and your I want to say dantian, which is the point below your navel in the middle. That's the 3-point activation workshop I've done a couple of months ago. But even those 3 points, if you connect those and you then start writing about whatever it is that you want or anything that you would like to change in your life, you will see that a lot of information will come true. through and through. So what I'd love for you to do is just to do it together with me for a moment. Just close your eyes and make yourself really comfortable. And what I'd love for you to do is to really strongly feel your spinal column. If you've worked with me before, you know that I always open up the cross symbol, which is a beautiful symbol that has nothing to do with religion. It stands all for conscious man. And it aligns you with the earth and the universe and opening up the top part of your heart chakra, which connects you to humanity. So open up that bar from your tailbone to the top of your head and over your shoulders and really feel that energy running through, especially your spinal column, because it's really opening up your backbone, your vitality levels, your immune system, and aligning you to that universal connection. Now, digging it into the earth and the universe at the same time, becoming an open channel. So you don't have to do this before this exercise. This is something that I just did so that you can really truly be here and centered in the body. But I'd love for you to now think, where has your energy been, your thoughts been? Let's say in the last day, you know, ask your mind, ask your subconscious to show you how many lines are standing out. Just keep in mind that we have about 60,000 thoughts a day. Sorry. Um, so I would love for you to really let them, show yourself those lines of where you've been. And there might be a gazillion, it might be only 10. It doesn't matter. Don't judge it. But just feel that if you have so many thoughts, maybe even about the same random, boring subject, it doesn't matter what it was about. Just anchor it back in, like slam it back in. I always like to look at it as a reversed sun. So instead of radiating outwards, you're just radiating it back inwards. And in the pineal gland, those thoughts are all being dissolved. They're all back at center. And I'd love for you to then sit in that pineal gland and pulsate. Feel the energy pulsating. Start to feel it being activated. Start that it's growing. And then see how long before a next thought comes. So close your eyes if you haven't done that already and just see if you can be quiet, breathing into that pineal gland, breathing in the energy and releasing anything from your brain that doesn't serve you. And then breathing in and into that pineal gland, activating, energizing, rejuvenating, and then out whatever doesn't serve your brain. And then in. And do that a few times in silence and see whether you have a thought. And when it comes up, see how quickly you feel when to pull back, to draw back, to slam back into that pineal gland. Now, if it's hard for you to stay in one point in the pineal gland, you can start breathing in a color. Put in a big smile and see if it receives it deeper and better. Now, when you are starting to breathe it in here, you feel your brain starting to relax, to calm. And when your brain relaxes, your heart relaxes. And when your heart relaxes, your body relaxes. So put a big fat smile into that pineal gland, into your heart, into your tummy. Now feel that your body now is breathing in every cell. Whilst you're breathing it into the pineal gland, your whole body is breathing in that beautiful color that you've just seen. I like to do it with golden light or white, bright, crystalline light. Just see whatever comes out and start to breathe this in every cell and every core of your body. But keep the mind quiet. So I would recommend to even stop the recording if you're really getting somewhere, and to really feel the quietness and the activation, and do it as much as you can during the day. There is meditation techniques where they let you fully focus only on the point of your nose, or only on the top of your head, or only on your heart, But I've never seen or come across a meditation where the only really energetically, physically, and emotionally connect with that pineal gland. And I'd love for you to see how that is, because for me, it calms me right down, and immediately inspiration will come through. If you ever have to write a thesis or something, or a workshop or a website, and you're not motivated, do this one for 10 minutes and then start writing. And don't even think about what to write, just start writing and see whatever comes out. Okay, let me know how this went for you. If you feel like it, you can pop it down in the chat box. And I'm wishing you all a wonderful day. Bye.